Week 13 reactions. Sorry for no week 12 reactions. I did post some shorts of my reactions of week 12, but I just simply ran out of time to make a full-length video on all the games. So I just highlighted my main takes from the games and didn't go through every game individually. But today I have time to go through all the games. So let's do that. Starting off with the Lions and Packers, it was 24-31. Packers pull it off, and I think that the Lions missed the playoffs. If you look at the remaining schedule, they have the Cowboys, Rams, Steelers, Vikings, Bears. I think they only could possibly win against the Steelers and the Vikings. I think the Cowboys get it done, I think the Rams get it done, and I think the Bears beat them and split the series, which makes the Lions miss the playoffs. Now, that might be shocking to some of you, but they have not been playing good. Their defense is very injured and very bad. We saw what the Giants were doing, and then the Packers, their past game was looking amazing against the Lions. Now, their run wasn't as good. As I have noted here, they need to get the run game going again. Josh Jacobs coming off an injury, but still, Packers look much better than the Lions, and the Bears are going to get into the playoffs, which I will get into later. Yeah, the Lions will miss the playoffs, I believe, and the Packers had a very solid win against a divisional opponent. Chiefs-Cowboys 31-28. The Cowboys have playoff hopes. I think they can beat the Lions this Thursday, and that just shoots them higher and higher up the charts for a playoff berth. Now, it is going to take a lot of hoping because they have to win out and hope that they sneak into the playoffs. But I do think there's a chance. They are playing really good right now. Their defense has gotten a lot better recently, and their offense is A1. They have two wide receiver ones right now. George Pickens, he is playing like another wide receiver one next to CeeDee Lamb. Now, I don't think he'll be happy after this season, though, because I don't think they get a contract done with him. If they do, it's going to be a franchise tag. And we see what George Pickens does when he doesn't get the money he wants. He's just going to mess around and not be as good as what he knows he can play to. So I think that is unfortunate for George Pickens, but I do see that happening in the future. The Chiefs, they're not necessarily out of the playoff run, but I think they might be. They aren't the worst team. I just don't think they have enough juice on the offense and defense. They can't put it together. They're just getting unlucky this season. Last season, they got really lucky. This season, they're getting unlucky. It happens. And I just don't think they have the juice to pull it off. Now, the Chargers don't have Justin Herbert for I don't know how many weeks because he's going into hand surgery. So the Chiefs could take the Chargers spot if they just lose out and the Chiefs win out. But if they can just have some serviceable games, I think the Chargers can hold on and the Chiefs just miss the playoffs. Ravens versus Bengals, 32-14. Bengals pull it off easily. Joe Burrow looked pretty good out there. He was still missing some throws, but that's to be expected after missing 9 weeks. Lamar is also playing through an injury as well. Still no touchdowns through I think 3 weeks now, and he's still throwing INTs, but he's playing through an injury. It's to be expected. They still are going to win the division because I think the Steelers are cooked, so I think they walk away with this division. Bengals win a game on Thanksgiving, but their season is also over. They're not making it to the playoffs, but it was good to see Joe Burrow back in action. Bears versus Eagles. Listen, the Bears are legit. I am hopping on the train. I've been saying for weeks that I didn't believe it, that it might have been a fluky Bears team, but I do think they are legit now. Their run game is impressing me. Swift and Monangai, that dual threat RB situation, like what Ben Johnson ran with the Lions. I think they are legit. They will make the playoffs. Now, how far they get in the playoffs, I honestly don't know. They could be first round exits. They could win a game, but I don't think they get further than winning a game if they do. And it depends on the matchup they get, if they keep on to the division or if they're the wild card. But yeah, I think they are legit. I think they win majority of the remaining games. And the Eagles, I think, are first round exits. I don't think they're going to put it together. their offense can't play a half or more than a half, and their defense, they're good, but like the offense, they can't play consistently good for a whole game. And that's going to let down the Eagles, and I think they're going to be first-round exits. Saints, Dolphins, 21-17. The Saints choke it. Shocker. I mean, Shuck played decent. Nothing too special, though. They almost pulled off the comeback, like I said, with them choking. But it was just, they weren't meant to win that game. I mean, having to get a onside kick to even have a chance and then just go 3 and out like that, or 4 and out. It's just so funny. I mean, I thought the Saints would be a little better, but they're just not good. And the Dolphins, they're winning meaningless games. I mean, it's cool they've been on like a hot streak lately, but they're just costing their draft stock. I think McDaniels still gets fired after this season. So they're just playing to win for fun, and that's about it. They're not making it to the playoffs either. Especially with the division they're in, yeah, they're not making it to the playoffs. Texans and Colts. Texans win 20-16. That Texans defense is lights out. They might be the best defense in the league. I still don't know who I would put up, Broncos or Texans. They are literally 1A and 1B. But I do think with the Texans beating the Colts and the Colts kind of falling apart lately, Daniel Jones is dealing with a fibula fracture, I believe, or broken fibula, something like that. He has some injury with his fibula. I think with all this going wrong with the Colts, I think the Jaguars slide in and win the division. Now, I know I did say they would probably miss the playoffs, but with the Colts not playing up to par as of late, I think the Jags will just sneak in and win the division. They are in the lead right now, and I think the Texans will keep it competitive, but I think the Jags win the division. But I think the Colts hold on to a wild card over the Texans. I think it'll be a 1-game difference, and I think the Colts will win in the wild card spot over the Texans. The only reason I think the Texans can make it interesting, though, is because of defense. C.J. Stroud came back, and he did not play that good. He had an interception, no touchdowns. But I do think the Jags are going to win this division now. And I think the Colts will still make the playoffs, but just have a wild card spot. Falcons versus Jets, 27-24. The Jets win another meaningless game. Falcons season is also over. With how many good players they have, now I get they have injuries. Everyone has injuries, but the Falcons, they should have been a lot better this season. I don't know what happened. All I know is Raheem Morris is gone after this season. He has too many good pieces and too good of a defense now to be playing this bad. Losing to the Jets is just insane. I mean, unacceptable. Yeah, Raheem Morris, you're gone after this season. Falcons season's over. Jets season's been over. So this was a meaningless game, but Jets get the win, 27-24. 49ers, Browns, 26-8. I would still keep Shedeur Sanders in. I mean, he played okay again, but that's a solid defense in the 49ers. I know they're an injured defense, but Robert Saleh is one of the best defensive coordinators in the game, and Shedeur played okay. No interceptions, got a touchdown. And the Browns, I still think, play better when Shedeur is in. And Shedeur, when he plays quarterback, they just play a less safe game in the way that Dylan Gabriel plays quarterback. He plays super safe, and they're not going to win many games playing super safe when their team is already at a disadvantage because they don't have any hope for playoffs. They're just playing to play. And you just need Shedeur out there to see what he has, see if you keep him around. And yeah, he's just the better quarterback to play moving forward. CMC, best back in the league right now. He's got almost 1,000 yards receiving and 1,000 yards rushing. I mean, when he's healthy, definitely the best back in the league. No question about it. He is so versatile. And he has single-handedly kept this 49er season alive. So CMC, yes, he is the best back in the league, I believe. Jonathan Taylor, he's very good at rushing. He's easily the second best. But I think CMC is just the better back currently, just because he's kept the 49ers alive single-handedly. Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor kind of play off each other and make it work. But CMC is literally keeping their season alive. Rams, Panthers. I can't believe the Panthers pulled this win off against the Rams. I still believe Stafford is the MVP because he has versed a pretty difficult schedule, and he threw how many? 27, 28 touchdowns without an INT. He does have the 2 INTs this game, but I think this is just a hiccup game. Like Sean McVay said in their post-game interview, they're going to tighten up after this loss. They didn't doubt the Panthers, and they didn't overlook them. It just happens. It was a hiccup game. They lose. It was still a close battle. Stafford just had a bad day. It was bad conditions out, but Stafford's still the MVP. He's been playing lights out, and their defense and offense are just so good. I still think they would be my Super Bowl favorites as well. The Panthers, I still think they lose the division because the Bucs have an easier schedule going forward. Bryce has been playing a lot better recently, but I just still don't believe them because of their ups and downs. They lose games they should win, and then they win games they shouldn't win. They just make no sense, and I think that inconsistency is going to cost them in the division against the Bucs. Jaguars versus Titans, 25-3. The Titans are trash. That's enough said about the Titans. Jaguars, T-Law and BTJ have no chemistry at all, and Brian Thomas Jr. and T-Law they're just so disappointing. Like, it is so sad. Trevor Lawrence is holding back Brian Thomas Jr. Now, Brian Thomas Jr. has also not played well this season. He is also coming off an injury, but I do think if Brian Thomas Jr. had a different quarterback, he would be a lot better. Like I said, Jags are winning the division now that the Colts are kind of falling apart. Daniel Jones has a lingering issue with his fibula. So I do think they win the division now, and they have the easiest schedule going forward between the Texans, Colts, and themselves. And Liam Cohen, he is coaching his ass off. He is single-handedly leading them to victory because I believe Trevor Lawrence is just a mid quarterback at best. I don't think he's that MVP type quarterback that people thought he would be. Liam Cohen is coaching really well. He's playing a really good game on the offensive side. Their defense is playing really well as well. Liam Cohen just brings energy to this team to keep them going and keep winning these games that they shouldn't be winning. I mean, they should have won this game, obviously, but things like the Chiefs game, they're winning games. And I think that's because of Liam Cohen more so than Trevor Lawrence. Bucs versus Cardinals. Bucs win 20-17. A little close for comfort, but it looks pretty good for the Bucs moving forward. Besides Baker Mayfield's shoulder injury, now that's gonna play a big factor. Luckily, the schedule is very easy going forward for them for the division, so I still think they pull off the win for the division. Bucky came back, looked pretty good. Godwin is playing way better. If Baker can just get a little bit healthier, I believe this team will be back in action. The OC, Josh Grizzard, is still holding back this team from being what they were last season, even with Liam Cohen. Liam Cohen is leagues better OC than Josh Grizzard. But I still think the Bucs are good enough to win this division. The Cardinals, I mean, Brissett could be a starting quarterback next year for somebody. Maybe the Cardinals, maybe someone else. I think he's a very good bridge quarterback in this league. He just looks very solid. He did throw an INT, but still, he looks miles better than Murray played this season. And yeah, the Cardinals, their season's over, but at this point, they're thinking about the draft. Vikings, Seahawks, 0-26. Max Brosmer is worse than McCarthy. That guy is terrible. I get he was an undrafted quarterback. What did we expect? Nothing really. But the Vikings need to solve their quarterback issue in the offseason. They need to go pick up Mac Jones or Brissett, or Kirk Cousins would even be better at this point. Not really serious about the Kirk Cousins, but Mac Jones and Brissett, I could see them picking them up in a trade in the offseason, because that would be a lot better of a situation, because their team is solid. They have everything good. If their team is like next season, fully healthy team, you put Mac Jones or Brissett behind that line with those weapons, they're gonna win a lot more games than with McCarthy and Brosmer. Those quarterbacks both need to go. They're both terrible. They need to just let them go because there's no coaching either of those guys. Brosmer only one start, so it's a little harsh, but also 4 INTs is pretty bad. Seahawks, they're great, obviously. I don't think they win the division. I think the Rams still have a lock on that, even though they lost. But Sam Darnold, he played decent. JSN didn't have a crazy game, but he's still having a crazy season. He's allowed to have a down game. Bills, Steelers, 26-7. Steelers season's over. The Ravens are winning this division, even with Lamar playing bad. A-Rod is so beat up. He's got left hand in a cast. He's got his nose all beat up. They scored 7 points. I mean, the run game is still stagnant. Jalen Warren and Gainwell, they're okay running backs. I do think with a better OC or just like a better line or better coaching, I think they could be better. But for some reason, the Steelers can never get a run game going. Josh Allen's going to will the Bills to this playoff through the wild card. But they might be one and done because this defense is not reliable. They played decent today or last night, but was that their defense or was that just the Steelers sucking? But yeah, their defense is up and down. Their offense, I mean, they got Coleman back. He wasn't even injured. He just was not playing because he wasn't showing up to meetings. Like, this offense is terrible. They need to go solve the receiver issue in the off season, and then in the draft, go draft like a receiver or two, and then draft all defense because this team is nothing without Josh Allen and James Cook. Josh Allen's still running for his life behind that O-line that is hurt, but yeah, Josh Allen's going to be the reason they make this playoff, but I think they might be one and done. Chargers win against the Raiders 31-14, but it's bad news for the Chargers. Justin Herbert is going under surgery for his hand. I believe it was his left hand. But if they can get like okay to solid backup quarterback play, they could hold on to their wild card spot. But I don't know how long Justin Herbert's going to be gone, but that is a scary position to lose when you're this close to clinching a wild card spot, because their season was going very solid for how many injuries they were dealing with. Justin Herbert and the team were playing so well, but they might just let the Chiefs take that wild card spot if they can't get solid enough QB play. Maybe they'll just rely on the run game because Hampton's supposed to be coming back, but I don't know. It's very dicey for the Chargers at this moment. And then the Raiders are lost. I mean, they're up in flames. The organization is garbage. They can't figure anything out. They have all these key players, but can't put it together. I do think Pete Carroll keeps his job for the offseason and for next season. But after next season, if he can't figure it out, I think he's done. Broncos versus Commanders. What a game. This was such an entertaining game. I really wanted the Commanders to pull it off in the end, but it was deserving of the Broncos to win. Their defense is single-handedly keeping them in these games. I think they're going to continue to play like this even into the playoffs. I think they're still going to be stagnant on offense this entire time. But that defense is so good, it doesn't matter if their offense is stagnant. I think they're going to make it. They're obviously going to make the playoffs. And I don't think they'll be one and done this year. I think they'll make a decent run in the playoffs. Commanders-wise, don't bring back Jaden Daniels. I know you will, but there's no point. Season's over. Marcus Mariota, it's fun seeing him play out there, but they're going to bring back Jaden Daniels anyways, probably injure him again because, why not? Terry McLaurin was back too. He had a very good game. Zach Ertz, very good game. Debo, he had a mid-game, but it was good to see the Commanders play a decent game against one of the best defenses on a Sunday night game that was very entertaining that went into overtime.